greatest cut in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles, getting rid of Nick Mullens and getting Gardner Minshew. What a move by Howie Roseman! Whoa! Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, and King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. So Howie Roseman is busy making moves. And I gotta tell you, last night was a late night for me. It was a night of conspiracy theories and crazy things going on. I go down the rabbit hole. I get deep. It goes on for hours and hours. And I said, this is going to be the one day this month I'm going to sleep in because, you know, the Eagles probably won't do anything too much today. Probably maybe Sunday, Monday when they get closer, to the deadline. We see who gets cut. Then something will happen. But I underestimated one thing. The stinkiness, and I mean the stinkiness of Nick Mullens. He stinks. And he went out all preseason and was horrible. He was horrible. Every week, he was horrible. Yesterday, no exception. Although he played his best game yesterday, he was horrible. And there was no way that I believed, or I think any of us believed, that the Eagles would keep him on the roster. I assumed they would wait for a quarterback to get cut, then bing, bang, bang, boom, they would get a third string quarterback. But Howie Roseman had different plans. And what he did today, I thought, was a very, very, very good move by the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's not even so much about just this year, but more about next year. They go out and they give a 6th-round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they get Gardner Minshew, whatever the hell you want to call him. I don't care. Sorry if I blipped out there for a second. My phone alarm was going off. I told you, it was a late night. I was down deep in the rabbit hole of conspiracies. And I thought I was going to sleep in, but guess what? We didn't have to sleep in because I had to wake up because Howie Roseman's making moves. And like I said, Gardner Minshew, whatever you want to call him, I call him Minshew. Gardner Minshew is a great acquisition, and it's not just about this year, but it's also about next year. I think he has a few years left on his contract. He's dirt cheap, and now you have a guy who, after this year, when Joe Flacco goes, can slide right in as a backup quarterback to Jalen Hurts. And that's what this is about, giving yourself a decent backup quarterback for the next few years, okay? That's what it's about. Gardner Minshew is very capable. I mean, there are people out there who actually think if he goes to the right team, he could be a starter. I don't think that much of him. I don't think he's that guy, but I do think he's a very capable backup. Now the Eagles have 2 very capable backups, and he's going to come in as the 3rd-string quarterback for the Eagles. Now, will he replace Flacco in the depth chart somewhere in the season, late in the season? I don't know, maybe. But he definitely will replace him as the backup going into next year. So this is a great value move for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I've seen some NFC East content creators. I've seen Mark Homer Holmes run in to do a video saying, is Gardner Minshew going to start over Jalen Hurts? Is he going to start over Jalen Hurts? He just can't figure it out. He can't figure out the strategy of the Eagles. Why is their 3rd-string quarterback so much better than all our backups? That's what he's trying to figure out because he wanted him for his Dallas Cowboys. He wanted them for them. They got Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci, make me a cannoli, make me some gnocchi, start rolling, get them meatballs going. Chef. A chef. That's what he is. Not a quarterback, a chef. So it's hard for Mark Holmes, a guy whose team hasn't won in, 30 years? It's hard for him to understand why a team would value quarterbacks. Well, you value quarterbacks in today's football because you don't win without one. Now the Eagles have 3 guys who can legitimately win you games. And I think that people who are saying he's going to replace Hurts or is he going to replace Hurts, they're just fishing. They're just hoping. Because what's going to happen is Hurts is going to go out there and he's going to be better than people think. And if he's not, and he does have to get replaced, you have two guys that could come in and win games, or if he gets hurt or whatever. But Gardner Minshew is a great trade. It's a great value trade. I bet the Cowboys would love to have him as a backup quarterback. That's just the truth. And like I said, to me, this is not even so much about this year as it is about next year when Flacco leaves and you need a backup quarterback. Now you got a guy who's cheap and can go in and win games. I like Gardner Minshew. I like a lot about him. I think he's a character, okay? I like guys who are characters, who are individuals, who are themselves, who go out and just have a personality. This guy has a personality. I think he's going to come in and he's going to fit in great with Eagle fans. I think the Eagle fans, the city of Philly, I think they're going to like him. I think he's going to fit. He's going to have funny quotes. He's going to say things, and it's going to be good. It's a great move all around. I mean, we did see how stinking Nick Mullens is. I never saw a guy go back to pass, look, wanting to start to run, starts to run, puts the football down, and then tries to run away from the football, tripping over his own feet. I never seen that until Nick Mullens. Nick Mullens wasn't any good. That's just the truth. You can't go into a game where, let's say, Hurts is hurt, Flacco gets hurt, and then Nick Mullens has to come in and win a game. I can't have that. He stinks. He guy stinks. However, you give me Gardner Minshew comes in because of a situation like that. God forbid, hopefully it don't happen. Knock on wood. However, you get him, all of a sudden, you can win that game. So this is a great move by the Eagles. I don't know how anybody cannot like this move for the 6th round pick. And nobody should feel that he's going to take Jalen Hurts' job or anything like that. I don't buy any of that. I don't think he's that guy. But I do think he's a very good, capable backup quarterback who we're going to get this year as a third stringer. And then next year, value-wise, we're going to get him as a backup. So that's the best case scenario. Now, what if, let's say, and we don't want this to happen, but let's say, just for argument's sake, just for talking, let's say Jalen Hurts goes out and he struggles this year, and he's really bad, and the Eagles come out of the season and say, you know what, we can't have him be our franchise quarterback. We got to go out and make a move. Oh, look, the Deshaun Watson thing, and I hate to bring it up, but just saying, just in case, Deshaun Watson he's cleared his name. Everything is over. The FBI looked into it, and this was an extortion thing, and he is clear. And then the Eagles want to go out and make a move and get him, and you bring him in. Guess what? You still need a backup quarterback. Now you would have Gardner Minshew and Jalen Hurts as your backups. So I don't see how this isn't a win-win situation for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a very good move, a very smart move. It's for a conditional 6th round pick, and he's cheap. And if anybody knows the Philadelphia Eagles, we value the quarterback position and depth at the quarterback position. We wouldn't have a Super Bowl without it. All right? So I absolutely love this move 100%. I think it's a great move. I love it. You know what I mean? I like what I'm seeing. And I like the fact that you get a Minshew, a guy that kind of can move around like Jalen Hurts. So if he comes in, you don't have to change a lot of your offense to fit him. He can come in and he can move. And let me say this about Flacco, because there's a lot of people out there who think, Flacco's not good anymore or whatever. Flacco, has a Super Bowl MVP, right? He won a Super Bowl. The guy can play, and I still think he can play in this league. I still think he can go out and win you games. You just got to give him protection. He had a little bit of protection last night. He looked good. Joe Flacco still can play. So that means that the Eagles are now going into this season with Jalen Hurts as their starter, Joe Flacco as your second, and Gardner Minshew as your third string quarterback. I don't know if there's a lot of teams that have the depth at quarterback that the Philadelphia Eagles have. This is a great move for the Eagles. I think this is a really, really good move. And it's going to be interesting to see what else happens because like I said, I do not think Howie is done yet. But I like this move. I like this. I wonder how much my cannoli eating gabagool disher outer. I want to know how much my coach was involved in this. Being that he was in the same division as Minshew, he's seen him play. He has to like what he sees. He has to be excited, and I'm excited about this. Can't wait to get this season on, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more moves to come, all those kind of things. I will be live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, on my channel, the Philly Shakedown Podcast. You don't want to miss it. You definitely don't want to miss it, especially after this move, and who else knows what the hell's to come. But get ready, world, because you are going to see the Philadelphia Eagles surprise a lot of people in this division. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Man, oh man, oh man. This Gardner Minshew thing's got a lot of Eagle fans a little nervous, I guess. I keep hearing things from Eagle fans about this. Look at this hat. Look at this hat. I love this hat. I do. I love the old logo. But look at this thing. It's too big. It's like too big to wear on camera, right? I feel like I need a garden hoe and a shovel, and I need to go out and start farming. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like in this thing. You know what I mean? This thing's big. It's like big as Mark Holmes' mouth. But, it's funny, though. I got to say, listening to the radio and stuff, a lot of people are like, oh, Jalen Hurts, he might lose his job to Gardner Minshew. He has to go out and play really bad for that to happen. He has to play really bad. And if he plays bad enough where eventually Gardner Minshew has to come in, then they're going to go replace him as a quarterback anyways, because this is a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts. But I'm not really worried about it until we see what Hurts does. And he only had 2 drives the whole preseason, so we really don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see. But as far, right off my instinct of this trade, I'm not worried about Gardner Minshew replacing Jalen Hurts at all. I'm looking at it like, man, we got a capable quarterback as a backup for the next 2 years. I think that's how Eagle fans should look at it. And Mark Holmes should remember this and look at this. I'm coming for your meats!